And tip number 3 is...
Oh, you want me to say it?
Yeah.
So it was... So today's topic is budgeting emotions.
I'm not very well at budgeting my emotions. I tend to jump head into whatever situation, and so John has really taught me the value of budgeting my emotions. So what does it mean when you say budget your emotions?
Well, what I mean is we have people that in our lives, and this is not people who have a crisis that need your attention, and that's something you walk through someone with. But we all have people in our lives that it's predictable, we know it's coming, and it's an emotional outburst or drain that you have to spend some of your emotions walking through that with them. I mean, maybe we're that for some people, who knows? So
here come John and Heather.
Yeah. So you have to budget those emotions,
right,
so that you have something left in the tank for your spouse.
And when we were first married, it would be so easy for me to be overly emotional and spend too many of my emotions on these predictable emotional situations versus saying, okay, I have this amount of time and emotions to give to this situation, and when that is done, I need to step away, or else I won't be the wife that I want to be. I won't have the emotions that I want for my marriage if I'm overextending emotions and involvement in other situations in my life. This could be coworkers, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be, a whole slew of people that we interact with in our communities that drain us from drain our emotions, basically.
Right, and leave nothing in the tank for your spouse. One thing we've gotten good at, I think, is to... At first, you would just jump at everything, right, and get right in with it and dig in, and then when you'd be out of it, it was like, where's Heather? She's gone. She's right, used up.
And some of the things to look for if you're wondering, am I in a friendship or a relationship with someone other than my spouse that is causing me to use a lot of my emotional resources? Do you feel like you have to respond to every message or phone call the minute they call you, or else they're upset with you? That's a huge telltale sign that you're draining those emotions for someone who's not your spouse.
And you're allowing it if you continue to perpetuate that.
Right, and we want to be able to budget our emotions so that at the end of the day, we have something left to give our spouse. We're going to give you guys 3 tips for things that I've actually done to help me budget my emotions. The very first tip is identify those situations in your life that cause an emotional drain on you. If you are somebody who is in a relationship where you're feeling that every time you interact there's an emotional drain, pay attention to how you're feeling. Are you feeling like if you don't respond they're going to be upset with you? Are you feeling like every time you talk to them it's a massive crisis that they want you to solve? Start paying attention to those feelings, and just identifying it will be a huge step forward.
Number 2 is decide how much time you have for this relationship. Set some ideas and boundaries in your own mind before you start enacting them, and decide, what can I give? You'd want to be able to give to your friends,
you sure do,
those that you're in a relationship with other than your spouse, but you need limits.
Tip number 3 is
tactfully enact the budget. Nobody wants to hear, oh, I have a budget for you and you're over this week.
No.
So find ways to gently set the edge. You want to be able to say, you know what, I have some time to talk with you this coming Wednesday. Can we get together on the phone or in person and talk for an hour? Then you've set the ideal time, the ideal length of the talk and the topic. And so now you're kind of setting the tone of, here's what I can help you with.
Right, and this may be difficult for you, especially if you're a people pleaser. You will feel awkward at first, but over time, flex those muscles. Again, the goal is that you have extra resources for your spouse. And so if someone is taking that from you, it will feel awkward at first, but you will find that it is rewarding as you don't feel so mentally and emotionally spent.
So we hope this topic, we haven't covered it in detail, but we hope it's at least giving you a starting point to think about reserving and holding back some energy and emotions for your spouse while yet still engaging in real life. Question of the week is,
Do you and your spouse make yearly goals? We're coming up on a new year, so we're going to talk about how do you set goals together as a couple? How do you set goals individually? Can you guess which one of us likes to set goals? Moments are what make a marriage.
So go protect a marriage moment. So you want me to do the closing where I ask them to subscribe and click the bell if they want notifications?
That would be great, thanks.
Okay, I think next Thursday, maybe at 1, I can probably do it.
Great, thanks.